Gather around, young fellas. Let's tell you everything you need to know about the 2021 Chicago Bulls. Do they have the upside to potentially make the playoffs in the East, or will this be another tough year in Chicago? First of all, Coby White, starting point guard now. First thing he can definitely do is shoot the crap out of the ball. He is more of a combo guard, in my opinion. He's very capable from the outside. This is probably his best skill set offensively. There's no question he can shoot, especially off spot up opportunities. He's a big time shooter. He's got really good form. He's really confident, and he will light up the box score for sure. The question is, can he get to the rim enough as well to make a real impact as a starting point guard, and can he create enough for his teammates? Last year scored 13 points a game, 2.7 assists, 1.7 turnovers. Decent getting to the basket, decent handle, but he's not phenomenal by any means in that regard. I think, to me, he's a guy that we sort of overrate his rookie season a little bit. 39% from the field, 35 last season. His assist rate in comparison to his usage rate was bottom 15% in the league. He is not by any means a pass first point guard or a floor general true point guard. And sure, you don't have to be that, especially if you can get to the rim like this in addition to making the threes, but I just think he doesn't seem to really make enough plays at a really high level for his teammates to warrant a full-time starting point guard position. He is shoot first by every measure of the word and is constantly looking for his own scoring opportunities. He is not really a guy that's going to be out there actively making a ton of plays for his teammates. He can make some shots in the mid-range, make some tough shots, has some things certainly that you like, but then this is the stuff that scares me. Just not the amazing feel. You see him jumping up in the air, throwing the pass behind Wendell Carter, the area he was rolling to, not really giving the play a chance to see if Patrick Williams might be open coming up on the lift, and the pass ends up getting stolen. Here we're going to see him push it ahead in transition, make a nice play to Daniel Gafford, who has potential to get some run as a backup five. So certainly has some flashes. He's very, very quick in the open floor. This was a beautiful pass to Lauri Markkanen, getting John Wall on the switch with a little no-look pass out of the pick and roll. And then this was a nice one to Wendell Carter, reading Boogie Cousins, stepping up to stop him around the elbow, finding Wendell in the pocket, leading him out ahead for the layup. Question is really if Coby can make the leap into being an elite creator, not just for himself, but obviously for his teammates, which you have to be able to do. Again, struggles in tight spaces sometimes, not super experienced playing this point guard position, dominating the ball in his hands. He'll do things like this, not see John Wall helping off the strong corner, end up slapping the ball away. Very turnover prone. Again, the 2.7 assists to 1.7 turnovers, not the best ratio defensively. He's selfless. He'll take some charges. He's a good competitor. Mostly things you like. Zach LaVine, preseason basically just a tune-up for him. There's no question. Elite scorer. His bag, massive. He's got every scoring tool in the book, and there's no doubt he can fill it up. 25, 30, 40, whatever you need. He'll give it to you offensively. The question with Zach LaVine, as always, is he going to make enough winning plays to just win ball games, plain and simple? He has not done enough in his career on the defensive end. He hasn't done enough taking care of the ball, making plays for his teammates. He has too many plays like this that need to be eliminated. What are you doing? Where are you going in there? Or too many shots like this where he doesn't run his man into the screen, ends up just taking a tough step back, feet behind the line. I know he can make that shot, but he takes too many of these a game, too many especially in crunch time or as games get tight, that are just not the good enough shot, not a great shot. They're decent shots again he can make, but he's got to get unbelievably efficient if you want to be a next level superstar. Otto Porter, welcome back. He's certainly a capable starting three. You forget he's on a max contract, has hardly played for Chicago since they got him from the Wizards. But again, you see flashes in the preseason. He's a very capable basketball player. He is a decent slasher. He's a pretty good finisher. He's an active cutter from the weak side, and that'll lead him into some offensive rebounds where he has a good knack for the ball. John Wall, wake up over here, buddy. What are you doing? So a high motor player. The question is, can he stay out of the club, focus on basketball, leave all this other garbage nightlife stuff behind, and fulfill his duties as a potential franchise type player? That's what he's getting paid for. I know certainly you don't think of him as that anymore, but can he at least be a really good starting three? Has, again, all the ability to. He can spot up. He can be an elite 3 and D wing, emphasis on the 3, not so much on the D, but let's see what Otto Porter can give us this season. Then Lauri Markkanen, year 3 plateau, huge plateau for him. Went from 15 a game to 19 a game, back down to 15. Not good. 36 to 34% from 3. 9 rebounds a game to 6.3. 15 shots a game to 12. His confidence really kind of shattered. You can see he's a guy that gets in his head a lot, and that takes a lot out of his game when he starts second-guessing himself. For a great shooter, there's way too many shots like this that, what in the world? How do you miss that badly? But again, this was a guy just a year ago, before last season, that, I was out here calling better than Porzingis. I still think he's unbelievably talented and still has all the potential in the world. For him, it's really just a confidence game. If he can stay positive with himself and knock down shots at a high level, then he's an elite floor spacing 4. But if he, again, starts doubting himself, gets off with a few threes, and stops shooting the ball, then, there's not a tremendous amount else that he brings. He is a capable secondary ball handler, guy that can create some things out of the 4 spot against slower-footed defenders, and then things like this. Yeah, that's a lot of skill for a big 4-man. There's still a tremendous amount of talent there. Way too much talent to be on a team that ranked 29th in offensive rating last season. How many 4s in the league can do this? Playing out of the 4-5 pick and roll, nice tight handle, shoulder to shoulder, beautiful lob pass to Wendell Carter. The talent is there for sure. Speaking of Wendell Carter, the preseason has been pretty rough for him. He's trying to prove that he can be a floor spacer, but career, just a reminder, he's 12 of 61 from 3. That's 19.7% if you're counting, and I just don't know about forcing up all these threes. They actually took a lot of threes last season. They took the 11th most in the league, but they were 22nd in percentage. Play your game. Focus on being a double-double. Be around the basket. Drive the ball. Keep it moving side to side. You don't need to continually chuck up threes. If that's not your game, don't force it. Let the game come to you. Take the occasional shot like this one, late shot clock. Finally made one from the corner, but otherwise, roll, pass, dive, rebound, run the floor. You don't have to be a shooter to be effective, although certainly it would help. This is the kind of thing that we got to eliminate. Be a little bit tougher. You got to get this rebound and power right up. With Eric Gordon on you, come on, man. Go right back up. What is that? There's a few too many of these soft type plays. All right, he's got a little touch floater, but I'd prefer him, being a little more physical, putting that ball on the ground, trying to get to the rim. Off the bench, Patrick Williams, the rookie, the number 4 pick. He'll certainly have a pretty big opportunity, but at the same time, I don't think they're incredibly reliant on him right now. He is super raw. That is the biggest thing that stands out. This shot is probably the worst in the game. The foot on the line, long 2s are not good, but he is comfortable in that mid-range area. I think that will benefit him down the road. Spot up looks better. This was a knock on his game coming out of Florida State. Didn't shoot the ball incredibly there, but looks pretty comfortable when he just catches and shoots, when he doesn't put the ball down for multiple dribbles and overcomplicate things. Look at him here on a little drive, drift back out to the corner. Not bad. Again, the form's solid. The shot's going to be erratic. I wouldn't expect much higher than 30% for him as a rookie. With the potential, though, to really grow over his career and build up to being a guy that, can back up Lauri for spells, can back up Otto for spells. He's versatile. You can see the intrigue in him. He's 6'8", he's got an NBA body, he's very athletic. He can also elevate and lift and score in the mid-range. Like I said, that's going to be something down the road that if you want to be an elite wing, if you look at the Kawhis, the Jimmy Butlers, the guys that are really stars, I think that's why he's the number 4 pick. I think that's what the Bulls see, that he is a guy who has that ability in his game. He's got that old school kind of ability to just lift up over people. It's kind of a lost art in the NBA, but it is something, again, you got to be a 3-level scorer if you want to be an elite scorer down the road. Things like this, yeah, he's got nice touch, he's got nice floater, he's pretty bouncy around the basket. Again, he just uses that 6'8 size, that 6'11 wingspan, the good athleticism, the good leaping ability to clearly likes that floater. He's active around the basket. He's a pretty good cutter. He's a good offensive rebounder. Here, Otto Porter, a good cutter himself, finds Patrick Williams cutting. Or how about here in transition? There you see the athleticism, right? Very, very talented for sure. Again, the biggest thing just sticks out though. Raw. Has to learn how to pass in the NBA out of spread pick and roll type situations like this, read the defense correctly, which he doesn't do there. We almost call this the rookie two-step. Almost every rookie in the league does this a couple times a game on closeouts, that little double tap with his feet. It is a travel, and then has the ability and was known as a really good defender in college. You can see, again, the size, the length. He's just got to get better at staying low, staying in a stance the whole time. A little bit passive there with his stance, but you can see why, again, the talent certainly there. Tomas Satoransky will be the backup point guard. He's a high-level floor general. That's actually his game. He is a very good creator, has a good chemistry with Otto Porter from their days in D.C. together. Very good feel. He's going to hit ahead, throw the ball, be unselfish, and then get it back. Cuts, plays hard, loves to manipulate, little half spin, gets into the paint, finds Patrick Williams cutting from the weak side. Really good, again, finding those type of situations. Arch, yeah, not bad. He's still pretty good basketball player. Finding here Gafford on the roll, who, again, unremarkable, but will certainly have an opportunity at times this season. But Arch, perfectly solid. Love his game. Efficient, knows how to play, smart, competitive. Nothing wrong with him. Overall, for the Bulls, they've got to prove that they have a defensive mindset. You wouldn't believe it, but 9th in the league in defensive rating last season. Not bad, despite all the Jim Boylan bashing. They actually defended pretty well, but we've got to eliminate things like this. Wendell Carter jumping on the Gerald Green shot fake, and then Lauri Markkanen. That's your job, really, as the low man, to come on over and make sure you take away the dunk from Gerald Green. That's way too easy. This one is going to be a similar type deal, and much better. Chandler Hutchinson got a little motor defensively. He's the low man here, coming over, blocking the shot, and then you block the shot, you play good defense. Tomas is going to play with pace. He's going to reward you in transition. How about this? Denzel Valentine. It's almost impressive how often this guy is injured. Ignore him. Oh my God, the Roto World guy has run out of fucks to give. Otherwise, Garrett Temple out with COVID, but he's a potential backup two mostly, who plays hard, plays good defense, knows how to play. Thaddeus Young is also injured. He's a 4-5, obviously, good vet. Denzel, who knows with him. Luke Cornett, good shooter. Cristiano Felicio is a 5-man. That's about all I can say about him. Doesn't really do anything else well. Top 7 fast break points and points in the paint last season. First in points off turnovers. Play to your strength. Play fast. Defend and get Lauri Markkanen his confidence back. Develop Patrick Williams. Overall, still, I think this team is on the outside looking in, but I think they can hover around that 9-10 seed and potentially be in competition for the playoffs. Appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you thumb up. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. One of these videos coming for every team in the league. Thanks for watching.